Welcome back, everybody. So, wrapping up my series, we've talked about um, what habits are, how important it is to have habits, and what are some good habits and how to establish those good habits. And today, I want to talk about our bad habits. And sometimes we don't always know that we have bad habits. Sometimes we're not realizing it, or we have a habit and we think, well, it's not bad, and so we keep doing it, and so this might be a little bit eye-opening. It kind of was to me, and maybe just seeing the reasons why we need to eliminate these from our life. So first of all, when you allow bad habits to take over, what's going to happen is they're going to negatively impact the path that you are on, and it will prevent you from being successful. So we need to get rid of those bad habits. The challenge, however, is that bad habits are very sneaky and they creep up on you really slowly until you don't know the damage that they're causing. And we may not even realize the damage that it's causing until we read a blog like mine or watch my video like mine, and realize what's going on. The key to eliminating bad habits is self-control. And self-control is something that, people talk about within their eating and their exercise. Well, it also applies to habits as well. Self-control is like a muscle. You have to build it up. And in order to do that, you have to exercise it. And to exercise this, you can practice breaking these following bad habits. So I've chosen 5. So the first one is surfing the internet with no purpose. On my blog, I do have a sticky note that says, that basically makes me accountable. Is what I'm doing right now a good use of my time? And that's really helped me. It's just a simple sticky note. I stick it on top of my laptop right by the keyboard, and I look down and I see it all the time, because what happens is I check my email. Well, at least a couple of weeks ago, I was checking my email, and then I went multitasking, and if you were a fly on the wall, you would totally see me just all over the place and jumping around. And I wasn't getting things done as quickly as I wanted to. They were like 5 times, took 5 times as long. So pretty soon I'm down in my basement that I call the dungeon, because sometimes I end up staying too long down there. And pretty soon 3 hours have gone by when my task should have only taken like a half an hour. So I had that sticky note, and it's really helped me. The second thing is checking your phone during a conversation. And I know that we see others doing this and we think it's okay, but it actually turns people off. We want to be present in their conversations. Especially, take note of that, especially if you have kids or students around and you're talking to a teacher or whatever the deal is. Get off that phone and make sure that you are focused on that conversation, because when you commit, to a conversation, you're committing to talking with somebody, you need to stick to it. And that's going to develop trust and follow through with that person. The third one is saying yes when you should say no. I have been guilty of this. As a teacher, we are very complacent and we want to please, please, please. We feel that if we say no, we are not a team player, which is not true at all. Research at the University of California in San Francisco shows the more difficulty you have saying no, the more stress that you may experience. So don't be afraid to say no. Saying no to something new is actually saying yes to your former commitments and the follow through that you have on that. Saying no is actually an act of self-control. Don't be afraid to say no. I've actually had to practice that a lot. The fourth one is thinking about toxic people. Again, I'm guilty of this one too. Toxic people, they're always going to be around. And instead of giving your time to think about them and worry and make them upset, so instead of making you upset by thinking about these toxic people, you want to practice being grateful for other people in your life that are a positive impact on you. Those are the people that deserve your attention. And the last one is comparing yourself to other people. Again, I'm guilty of this one too. When you do this, you give up control of your own happiness. When you feel good about something that you've really worked hard for, and you shouldn't allow anybody's opinions diminish that accomplishment. Don't let them take that away from you, because your self-worth comes from within. So by practicing self-control to break these bad habits, you're strengthening that self-control muscle, and you're going to stop those habits that can have the power to stop you from success. Thank you, and I will see you later.